Hey everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Mindy Banks. I'm the Flip Flop Chef, and today my video is all about brunch. I'm going to show you how to make waffles using Pampered Chef's Deluxe GrillGriddle using our pancake and waffle mix. I'm also going to show you how to make homemade vanilla syrup in our Deluxe cooking blender. I have mimosas and cold brew coffee and some other fun things if we have time. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start off by making our waffle mix or our waffle batter, and I'm going to be mixing this in our classic batter bowl. So I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so that you guys can see what I'm doing here. I'm going to add 1 bag of Pampered Chef's pancake and waffle mix to my classic batter bowl. I'm gonna use the lid in just a little bit as well, but as you're joining, I hope you will comment, let me know where you're watching from, and let me know if you're watching live or if you're catching this replay. So we're gonna add in our pancake and waffle mix here. Again, this is a product from Pampered Chef, and I'm just gonna follow the instructions right on the back of the package here. So we're gonna add some pea protein first. So this is something that is not listed on the package, but it's something that I want to add in because any opportunity to add a little bit more protein to our diet is a really great opportunity. So on the back of our pea protein package, it will give you some suggestions on how much to add to what food you're making and how many scoops. So for pancakes and other batters, we're gonna add 3 scoops. And the cool thing about this is it does come with a scoop, so you don't have to measure anything out. We're just gonna do 3 scoops of the protein. And for this, you're gonna wanna add this into the dry mixture. I'm just gonna toss that little scoop inside the bag. And we're gonna add to this 2 cups of milk. So I've already pre-measured this. We're gonna do 2 cups of milk. We're gonna do 2 tablespoons of melted butter. We're gonna just pour this right in. And then we're gonna use a whisk. So this is pretty easy. And if you're not using Pampered Chef's mix, you could certainly use a mix that you buy at the store, or you can follow a homemade recipe that you have. So I'm just gonna whisk this up, make sure that we don't have any lumps in our batter. And then I'm gonna talk to you about our new Pampered Chef's new grill and griddle. So I'm using that today with the waffle plates. So I'll tell you about that in just a second. A couple more turns here, get this all ready to go. And let's talk about this grill and griddle. So this is Pampered Chef's Deluxe Grill and Griddle. I've already sprayed the waffle plates, and I'm gonna turn this on to a custom setting. So I'm gonna leave this for a 5-minute time set, but you can adjust that if you want. So like I could change this to 6 minutes if I wanted to, but I'm gonna adjust the temperature down to about 375 degrees and press start. And what's gonna happen is this is gonna heat both the top and the bottom plates to 375 degrees. That's the perfect temperature for me to make these waffles. Each waffle takes about 1.5 to 2 minutes, depending on how brown you like your waffles to be. This takes about 5 minutes to heat up. So I'm gonna close this while this heats up, and I'm gonna show you how to make our homemade vanilla syrup. But let me first tell you that my favorite feature of the Deluxe Grill and Griddle is that the griddle plates go right in the dishwasher for easy cleanup. So let me grab a few things here, and we're gonna make our syrup. So I went ahead and made a batch of this ahead of time, and I have it right here in our this is our measure mix and pour. It's a salad dressing container, but I thought this is perfect for syrup. This can be refrigerated, or you could keep it at room temperature. If you refrigerate it, you're gonna need to let it, you're gonna have to stir it up a little bit with a spoon or a fork, excuse me, a spoon or a knife, and then rather than just shaking it up, it'll be too thick if it's kept in the refrigerator. Or you could take some of it out and warm it up and have warmed syrup, or you could just leave it at room temperature. I think we all do what our moms did. So if your mom kept it in the fridge, you're probably gonna wanna put it in the fridge, and if your mom kept it in the cabinet, that's probably what you're gonna do. This is really easy to make. We're gonna start with 3 ingredients. So let me just grab all those. We're gonna use brown sugar, butter, and water. Now, I've got my blender kind of over my right shoulder here, so it's not gonna be right in the forefront. I'm gonna start this, and then I'll actually stop it and finish it off camera just for the sake of time and for noise. But I have 2 cups of brown sugar. I'm gonna pour this right into my Deluxe cooking blender container. And as you guys are joining, if you would, just leave a comment. Let me know if you're watching this live or if you are watching the replay and where you're watching from. I'm gonna go ahead and add our 1 cup of water. So 2 cups of brown sugar, 1 cup of water. And I've got 3 tablespoons of melted butter. So I went ahead and melted this ahead of time. You could put the cold butter in there, but I think it would just work better and faster to just go ahead and melt it ahead of time. We're gonna put this in the blender and I'm gonna set it to the sauce setting, which is a pre-programmed setting. Let me see if I can zoom in even just a little bit. On my blender over here, I'm gonna hook this on right like this and turn the blender on, turn this to the sauce setting, and press start. So I'm gonna let you watch this for just a second, then I'll pause it just for the noise sake. So what the blender is going to do is it actually goes back and forth from heating and stirring. So if you imagine making this on the stovetop, you would need to pretty much stir this almost constantly to keep you from having hot spots or keep this from burning. The great thing about the blender is it's going to do the stirring and the cooking for you, and so you literally just start the blender and you can walk away. So I made vanilla syrup, so that's what I made ahead of time. So if you want to make vanilla syrup, you're going to add about a teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, and you do want to add just a little pinch of salt. This batch, I'm actually going to opt to leave the vanilla out because I want to compare the 2 tastes, with vanilla or without. I did use Pampered Chef's double strength vanilla extract when I made this batch, and it is very much has a very strong vanilla flavor, which I love, but I don't know that my kids would enjoy it that much. So I'm going to set this aside, and I will finish the syrup off camera just so that you guys don't have to keep hearing the blender. While we're waiting on our grill and griddle, I do want to tell you guys about a couple more things. I want to talk about some of our amazing containers that make serving all of your meals really, really great. So whether you're entertaining indoors or outdoors, if you're cooking things ahead, or if you're cooking them right on the spot. This is our cool and serve tray. This is perfect. It's almost summertime, you guys. And here in Florida, it's already summer, which I love, and which is why I wanted to be here. This cool and serve tray comes with that clear lid so that you can see what's inside, and it has a little container just like this that I can actually take out. But the magic of this product is actually this freezer mat. So you keep these in the freezer all the time, and whenever you're ready to serve something or keep something cold, go ahead and grab it out of the freezer, and you're just gonna set it into the bottom of your container. So this is the larger of the 2 cool and serve bowls, and I just have watermelon in here. This is great for brunch, it's great for picnics and parties and by the pool. So I'm gonna set this aside just to get it out of the way. And the next thing I want to show you guys are our insulated bowls. Now some of you guys have these already, and I know that you love them. This has probably been one of the most popular products that launched in March, and or actually, you know what? I might be a whole season behind. I think maybe these launched in October. I absolutely love these insulated bowls, and I use them a lot just when I'm preparing dinner for my family, because I can cook one thing, put it in one of these bowls, and it's gonna keep it hot for up to 2 hours. So I made this bacon, actually it's been like an hour and a half, and the bowl on the outside is hot. You can see there's steam on the outside here. So the bacon is still nice and warm to go along with the waffles that we're gonna make here in just a few minutes. I cooked this bacon in the Deluxe air fryer using the rotating basket. I have that listed in my recipe group, so if you've never done that before, be sure to follow me at, go to theflipflopchef.com, or if you're watching on Facebook, just search for the Flip Flop Chef and look for the one that has recipe group added on the end there. So I've got our bacon. And then this is actually a great bowl if you want to put your pancakes and waffles in here. Now it is going to give it a little bit of a steamed effect, so they may not be as crispy if you like your waffles on the crispy side. But it is a way for you to make everything at one time, and everybody, or make everything and then everyone can eat all at one time. And I kind of like that. I like being able to sit around the table with my family and everybody eat all at the same time. So let's talk about drinks, because if you're gonna have brunch, you need to have some yummy drinks. So the first thing I wanna talk to you guys about is our cold brew pitcher. And I actually have 2 of these here, so I'm gonna show you a couple of ideas that you can use with our cold brew pitcher. So you're gonna see that in one, I already have cold brew coffee. If you were like, what's so special about cold brew coffee? First of all, it's much less acidic than hot brewed coffee. So this coffee has never been heated up. It was brewed cold in the refrigerator with 5 cups of water and about a cup of coffee grounds. And I use Cafe Bustelo. Let me see if I can just stick this here in the front for a second. So this is the coffee that I use. You can use whatever brand that you like, but I really like Cafe Bustelo, and it's something that you can get at the grocery store, and even Aldi carries it for those of you that love Aldi like I do. So this is what the cold brew is gonna look like after it has brewed for about 24 hours. So you fill the filter part, which let's see, I have another one right here. So I basically fill the filter with coffee grounds, and then you place it inside of the cold brew pitcher, and you're gonna pour 5 cups of water right on the top. Put the lid on it, and then just let this sit in the refrigerator for 12 to 24 hours. My preference is 24 hours. So I'm actually gonna put this back in because it's only been about 15. So I'm gonna toss this back in the refrigerator. And I actually don't drink any hot brewed coffee, or very rarely do I drink hot brewed coffee at home. I actually heat up coffee that I brewed cold so that I can still have a cup of coffee, but it's less acidic, and so you don't have to worry about reflux, or if you have bladder sensitivity, that's another reason to drink cold brew coffee over hot brewed coffee. You may have heard my grill beep, and I will get to that in just a second, but I want to finish showing you guys our cold brew pitcher. So when you get this, you're going to get 2 filters. You're going to get the coffee filter and then the fruit infuser. So basically this little piece just unscrews off the top and can be added to the coffee filter. This little thing right here is just a sleeve, so if you were to pour hot water in here, you could make hot tea, and this is so that you don't burn yourself on the glass. So we're gonna set this in here, and I've got some water. We're gonna just pour this over the top. This is just pineapple and blueberries, and actually these are frozen. One of the things that I hate to do is waste food, and so I am always freezing fruits when they are kind of like almost expired. Let me grab a little bit more water here. And that way you're not wasting food. You can just freeze it, and you can use it in smoothies. You can use it in the fruit flavored water like I'm doing here. So you're gonna need 5 or 6 cups, depending on how much fruit is in there is gonna determine how much this is going to hold. And then you can put this in the refrigerator, and that fruit will infuse into the water, and it's delicious. So I'll worry about buttoning that up later. Let me put this in the fridge. All right, I hope you guys are enjoying this video so far. Let's go ahead and make some of our waffles, because this is just so much fun. So our grill already beeped, letting me know that it is heated up. I guess you guys can see that, right? So with this, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our batter, and I'm gonna just scoop up a few scoops. I think I do 3 scoops, and this is the large stainless scoop. Can you guys hear that sizzling? I'm always at an awkward angle when I do this when I'm making my videos. All right, and the display right here says add. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna close the lid, I'm gonna press this button, and it starts counting down from 5.5 minutes there. So I'm gonna wait for that to say about 4 minutes, and then we're gonna check on that. And what I'm gonna actually do is I'm gonna save the rest of this batter for when my family is actually here to help me eat these, right? So you guys, if you know me, you know I have twin boys, and so most of my videos are done when they are in school. And so there's actually nobody here today to help me eat these, so I will save that for another time. So we're gonna keep an eye on that, but I wanna show you guys how to make delicious mimosas. So we're gonna make those, and I'm gonna show you our champagne opener and our champagne stopper to make this. And just so you know, the champagne opener is actually a clearance item. They're only available while supplies last. So I'm gonna keep an eye on here. If you wanted to, you could just set this each time for the amount of time that you need to cook your waffles, but I don't wanna restart it every single time. So in about 30 seconds, we're going to check on our waffle there. Now, what you're gonna do for this champagne, you wanna get this is called a key right here. You're not gonna take this little wire key off. We're gonna just get it so that it's ready to go here. And whoops, got my hand stuck in there. Stick the champagne opener on here, and we're gonna close this on the top. Now, side note, this is almost to our time, so we're gonna finish the mimosa in just a second, but I'm gonna pause this and show you guys. Let's give that just a little bit more, maybe 20 seconds more. All right, so to take our key off, you're gonna grip the handle of your champagne opener, and then you're gonna squeeze right here and just pull up. You wanna do this a little bit slowly. All right, so that nobody gets hurt, right? All right, and then you can take your cork and your key out. All right, let's come over here and check this out now. I'm gonna give this a little shake. For some reason, they're kind of sticking even though I sprayed it a lot. This is one of those pampered, not perfect moments, right? So let's use our saute tongs. Normally, this just pops right up. There we go. And so we have these beautiful waffles. And like I said, you can transfer these from your waffle maker and put them right in this insulated bowl. And you can see immediately it steams up. It's gonna keep those nice and hot. Y'all hang tight on the mimosa. I'm gonna spray this again. I'm using our kitchen spritzer. I'm gonna show you something other than waffles that you can do in here. So don't leave just yet. We're gonna spray this. And remember, these grill or waffle maker grates can go right in the dishwasher for easy cleanup, okay? When you're done with your kitchen spritzer, make sure you burp it a little bit. All right, so my kids love when I make a cinnamon roll waffle. So we're gonna do that real quickly. So I'm just gonna open up the package of cinnamon rolls here. And we'll just do a couple of these for now. And again, I'll finish the rest when they are home. Now these are the grands, so they're the biggest ones. So I just do one in the middle, press down, and I'm gonna press, there we go, press start. Okay, and I'm gonna set the rest of these aside. And we'll finish making our mimosa here. So I can't wait to hear what you guys are most excited about from today's video. Now, I actually am gonna use this champagne glass. I actually earned this on, I believe it was the 25th anniversary trip with Pampered Chef, so I've had this for a really, really long time. I just put a couple of raspberries in the bottom of this champagne flute. And when you're making mimosas, you wanna pour the champagne and the orange juice at the same time. So my friend Jeff Ferris, he's a mixologist. I don't know if you're watching, Jeff, but hello if you are. Thanks for teaching me how to make the perfect mimosa. I'm actually gonna pour this the other way because I'm right-handed and this is heavier. So you're gonna actually start pouring at the same time to make the perfect mimosa, okay? So cheers to all of you who are having a mimosa with me this morning. I will set that aside for the moment and let's check on our cinnamon roll waffles. Let's see, there we go. And look, it's still a little bit soft, so I'm actually gonna let this continue to run for that 45 seconds more. Let's talk about this champagne stopper. So if you are not gonna enjoy your entire bottle of mimosa at one time, or your bottle of champagne, you can actually take this stopper and you just press down to give it like a vacuum seal and then close it. And this is gonna keep the bubbles fresh for like 3 days in the refrigerator. So you can enjoy this bottle of champagne over a few days if you're not gonna finish it all at one time. So I cannot wait to hear what you guys think about all the fun ideas that we made today. Let's peek at our cinnamon roll waffles. Those look like they're good. I'm gonna press cancel and then I can save those and reheat them later. I do use the frosting from the can and it's just a fun, easy way to make breakfast. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Can't wait to hear what you're most excited about and I will let you guys know the recipes in the comments and links to my recipe group as well. Hope you'll join me there. It's at theflipflopchef.com. Until next time, I'll see you soon.